Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Becky. How are we doing today? I hope we're all good. So guys, I am really happy to be back today with another video because I really think this video is going to be particularly helpful for those who are new to transitioning. I really want to just provide some tips on how to look feminine as a trans woman. So of course this video is aimed at trans women in particular. Obviously I am a trans woman myself, so this video is going to be dedicated on those who maybe have just come out as a trans woman, or thinking about coming out as a trans woman, or still even discovering yourself. I really hope this video helps with that process for you. All of these tips I'm going to share in this video definitely helped me within my transition in the early stages. And let me first of all just start by saying that passing in today's culture, in the trans community, is of course really important. We all want to be made to feel that we are accepted and we're not being judged. Of course everyone is judged all the time regardless, but as a trans person we are made to feel that we are judged even more than say the normal person, just for being who we are. So of course passing is extremely important, but in my eyes it doesn't matter whether you pass or not. As long as you're happy and you're living your true self, then who cares? But of course that is not the case in real life, and passing is an important aspect of any trans person's life. I have been particularly lucky in my life, even in my very early stages of transitioning, that I have always luckily passed as a trans woman. I am eternally grateful for that, and I think even just some of the features that I have, like my voice or like my facial features for example, I don't think really give masculinity. I just want to be able to provide information for you guys that helped me, because there were still some things in my life I wasn't happy with and that I wanted to change in order to look feminine, and that I even kind of still do now. So there are actually lots of cheap and inexpensive ways of passing which doesn't involve you having to break the bank. What I mean by this is you don't have to have a ton of surgery on your face or anything in order to look feminine. It's just if you are careful and skilled in what you do, you can easily pass as a trans woman. Of course, for many, surgery is a definite for lots of trans people out there, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So this video really is to just help aid that process, I guess, for you. And if you're waiting to have surgery or you're saving to have surgery, these tips are hopefully going to help you in the meantime until you get to that stage of your life. So the first tip I want to give you guys is of course the obvious: makeup. Now the power of makeup is just absolutely insane. You can do anything with makeup. You can create illusions on your face that make your face appear very feminine. So whether that's literally just contouring your nose or your cheeks or even under your chin, around your forehead to make it look smaller. And if you are new to makeup, honestly just go on YouTube and just search up makeup looks or makeup techniques or girly makeup looks, and you'll be able to learn new makeup skills so quickly. And if you are someone who suffers from beard shadow, for example, or you've got a lot of stubble on your face, there are some special products on the market today where you can buy beard shadow coverage, where you basically just place it all over your beard shadow, and then you put your foundation on top, and it honestly just makes you look like you've got such a smooth skin base. I'm very lucky in that I've never really had this issue. If I'm honest guys, I have never had laser at all on my face. I think for me, I was someone growing up in school that just would have never hit puberty, or that never really did hit puberty as strongly as all the other guys or boys did, let's say. And I honestly do believe that was God just protecting me. But I generally think if I didn't transition, I would have had to have taken some testosterone thing to make me hit puberty a lot more, because it just wasn't happening for me, guys. Now the next tip guys is your hair. Now of course the same as makeup, this is so similar. How you have your hair is how people can tell if you're male or female straight off the bat. So if you've got the makeup look on and you've got your hair that's a considerable good length, then people aren't necessarily going to mistake whether you're male or female. And even if people know that okay, maybe this person's transitioning, they'll know straight away what pronouns to use, for example, if they can clearly see that you are transitioning or early into your transition. Now, if you're someone that has really short hair, for example, there are so many things you can do to make your hair look, you know, longer or just more styled. You can buy lace front wigs, and these are really inexpensive, guys. If you look at them, you don't have to get like real human hair wigs. You can just get wigs that are synthetic but look very realistic. I've got a few looks on my channel of me wearing wigs and I absolutely love them. I don't actually wear them anymore. I really only bought them for making YouTube videos, but they honestly can transform your look like that. And even if you don't want to wear lace front wigs, because I know that's not for everyone, and if I'm honest, it's not really for me either, but you can buy like hair extensions. Like you can just buy in like clip-ins on eBay. I used to do that all the time when I was younger and I was fresh into my transition. I was literally always pestering my mum to buy me hair extensions, and they work really well too. And again, go on YouTube, look at tutorials on how to install clip-in hair extensions. These are the most easy and inexpensive ways of having longer hair, because you don't have to pay to have them like glued in, sewn in, or you don't have to, you know, go through the early stages of embarrassment, let's say, of asking a hairstylist to put them in for you if you're not comfortable with that. Of course, if you are, then go for it, and if you can afford it, of course. But honestly, go on eBay, look up some like cheap clip-in hair extensions, and you'll be surprised how they can transform your look like super quickly. So the next tip I have is diet and exercise. Now, I always promote this tip, because if you're having a good diet and you're exercising regularly, your body is gonna look like 10/10. You're gonna look fresh, you're gonna look clean, you're gonna just glow all the time. And who doesn't want to glow? Do you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to look healthy? And if you look healthy and, you know, you're doing all the other techniques to look feminine, then everything's going to kind of just come into place, and you're gonna look how you wanna look, you know? If you're doing like exercises, like, I don't know, like leg exercises or squats, or just working on your legs in general, I work on my legs all the time, guys. Like, every time I go to the gym, I do leg workouts because I like to have big legs, you know, I like to have big feminine legs. And that is something that I would always promote to anyone wanting to like have a bigger bum or bigger thighs or anything like that, is to just do lots of leg workouts, because trust me, the more muscle you grow down there, the more curvaceous and just curvy you look, and of course brings a feminine outlook, you know, it makes you look more feminine. So I would definitely recommend doing some leg workouts, and even just like some normal cardio workouts. Like, I do cardio all the time because I absolutely love cardio, but I would say definitely eat right so you look good, and of course exercise so you don't look good too, but you also feel good. And when you feel good, then everything else just kind of feels good, you know? So the next tip I have is clothes. Now, this is one I really want to talk about. So in the trans world, I've noticed that when someone is very fresh into their transition, they want to dress in the most like sluttiest clothes, okay? Whether that's like boob tube dresses or low cut tops, or, you know, crop tops, or just like, you know, different types of dresses that you would literally wear if you were going out to a nightclub, for example, and wearing heels like during the day. Those are the types of clothes that if you wear during the day, is going to draw a lot of attention. So if you don't want to have that unwanted attention and people kind of questioning why you're looking like that, and then being like, oh, okay, I can see that they're trans, then it's always good to just literally wear normal, casual, feminine clothes. The more you dress in an inappropriate way, you're gonna just attract lots of attention. And let me just say, it's very normal for this to happen in the trans world, because of course when you come out as trans, you want to just look super feminine. So that means buying clothes that make you look super feminine. But if I'm honest, guys, it actually does the opposite, and you end up just drawing too much attention to yourself, and you end up just looking a bit stupid. So I would just say, wear casual women's clothes. You don't have to be slutty or wear dresses or anything that's going to show too much skin to be able to pass, because if anything, it's just going to make you look like, you know, the opposite of what you want to look like. And I'm not saying you can't wear these things on a night out. Like, if you're going out with the girls or your mates or whatever, then definitely by all means go wild. But during the day, like day-to-day normal activities, it's always good to just tone it down a bit so that you don't draw too much attention to yourself. So my final tip I have for this video, guys, is Botox and fillers. I honestly cannot recommend this step so much because Botox and fillers, yes, whilst they do cost a little bit more than say just buying some makeup or hair extensions, they generally do feminize your face if that's what you're looking to do. You know, if say you don't want to have facial feminization surgery and you want to kind of look at a more inexpensive way of feminizing your face, it's a very good and effective way of making you have that look that you want, you know. So obviously Botox can really just smooth out your face, and fillers of course can make areas like your lips or like the bridges of your nose or anything like that just look more smoother and bigger. For me, for example, the only filler I've had in my face are my lips. It is a little pricey. I think every time I get my lips done, I always go for like a 0.5. I've got about 2 mil in my lips right now, but that's over the course of like 2 years of just having top-ups. So I always get like a 0.5, and then every time I go again, I get a 0.5, and then again and again. So I've currently had my lips done like 4 times, let's say, and that's how I've achieved like this lip look. So I pay about £90 for my lips every time I go, but of course that varies with the practitioner you use and where you go, and of course where you're having it done. If I was to have it done in London, like, it probably cost me twice as much, but it really does depend on where you go and where you choose. But there's so many practitioners that now do this. Of course, do your research if you're looking to have any Botox or fillers done, but I would honestly really recommend this step, especially if you're, you know, very early into a transition and you want to look very much more feminine in the face. But yeah, so many women get fillers done now, trans or not, you know, it's such a common thing nowadays, but it honestly really does work, and it makes your look just look completely different. So I would definitely highly recommend it, but just don't go crazy and look like a duck, because that looks not great. Anyway guys, that is everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope you guys can take something from this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and of course follow me on all my social media accounts below. I will see you in the next video guys. Love you all and see you then. Bye.